The following is an excerpt from the book Experiences of Thought by Anthony Kahn, available now on Amazon.com and Kindle. Outside the box, what truly do we know? Is the gravity that causes apples to fall from trees the same force that keeps the moon in orbit? Is the world spherical, as opposed to being flat? Do other people exist? As has been labored throughout our discussion thus far, our perception of reality is built of models continually tweaked and adjusted to reflect our observations. All of the above questions are answered very persuasively in the affirmative, as our simplest and most accurately predictive models of reality imply very strongly that they must indeed be true. But do we know these facts with absolute certainty? We know them as certainly as we can know anything about the world around us, but our information as to our environment is nevertheless secondary and indirect. The only thing that we know with absolute certainty is our own existence. The only thing that we have direct experience of is our own experience. To doubt one's own existence is to experience thought, and to engage in thought is to exist, to be conscious. But what is consciousness? Different people tend to think about it in different ways. We know that there are states of being conscious as opposed to being unconscious, as well as numerous states in between, such as being asleep or intoxicated, or even under hypnosis. We hear talk of the subconscious mind and studies that probe the brain as patients are in varying states. But when we speak of consciousness here, we are speaking about something rather specific and truly extraordinary, indeed, arguably, the most extraordinary phenomenon that could ever be conceived. We are speaking of the state of being itself, the state of having an experience, the state without which all that is said to exist, the great boundlessness of the universe, is indistinguishable from nothingness. Have you ever stopped and contemplated just how truly amazing it is to be conscious, to possess awareness? What is this curious state and where does it come from? In truth, we have absolutely no idea as to just what exactly consciousness is or where it comes from. Some scientists choose to sweep it under the carpet and consider the issue to be resolved. Others see that it does not sit particularly well with materialism as we currently formulate it, but inevitably must put it in the too hard basket and hope that it will be resolved as we slowly begin to understand the brain better. The philosopher David Chalmers couches the quandary in terms of a hard problem of consciousness and an easy problem. Now, the easy problem is not by any means easy, but in contrast to the hard problem, some advancements in our understanding can reasonably be expected to come with time. It encompasses those more robotic aspects that we often associate with consciousness, such as an ability to recognize patterns or perform calculations. All attributes that can be achieved by purely mechanical processes akin to those we find in computers. We sometimes connect such abilities with intelligence, but they do not specifically mandate perception or experience. The hard problem, in contrast, recognizes the incompatibility between material processes as we understand them, and qualia, the actual experience and perception of sensory information. Throughout this chapter, we shall take a deeper look at the nature of consciousness and try to describe its characteristics in more detail. We shall establish the case for its primacy over the material world and consider its origin and precise relationship with the material world. Above all, it is hoped that as we progress through our discussion of the topic, you will come to marvel at its power and importance and consider its role in our universe from a new angle. Perhaps you will even come to consider that your place in the universe is not so trivial or melancholy as materialism would lead you to believe.